He tracked a tiger, but found an abandoned village instead. He wasn't chasing glory. He wasn't out there for sport. His village had lived in fear for weeks. Livestock gone, claw marks on doors, whispers of a tiger's return to reclaim the jungle. When no one else would, he picked up his rifle, kissed his children, and walked into the unknown. We can only imagine what this man saw and felt during his hunt. What would you do if you found yourself in such a situation? Would you be able to face your fears and stand your ground, or would you run away? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The jungle swallowed sound. Every branch seemed to lean closer. Every shadow felt alive. The crunch of leaves underfoot, the chirp of unseen insects, the distant call of a bird, all were magnified, distorted, menacing. Each step took his courage deeper, but he pressed on, driven by duty, propelled by the rhythmic thrum of the jungle's heartbeat. Then he saw it, a flash of orange, a fleeting glimpse of muscle and power. There, just there, the tiger. His heart raced, adrenaline surging, the moment he'd been preparing for, dreading, hoping for, all at once. The hunter became the hunted in moments like these. The tables turned, instincts sharpened, but duty kept him moving. He couldn't turn back. He had to follow. Hours passed. The sun slipped behind clouds, casting the world in gray. The tiger disappeared. He was losing hope of ever finding it. Disappointment settled on him like the encroaching darkness. Then, just as he was about to give up, he spotted it again, a fresh set of tracks imprinted on the soft earth. Hope flared anew. It had stopped. He could catch up. The prints were large, unmistakable. The air grew thick with anticipation. His breath quickened. He moved faster, silent and sure-footed. The forest hushed, holding its breath. The drama of predator and prey played out on this ancient stage. He was nearing the end of the chase, the climax of weeks of fear and anticipation. Suddenly he stopped. The trail didn't lead to a tiger. It led to something far older, something that sent a chill down his spine. Before him lay ruins, an abandoned village lost to time. Huts collapsed beneath vines, walls crumbled under roots. Hollow windows stared sightlessly ahead, devoid of glass, devoid of life. Wind whispered through them, carrying the scent of decay and forgotten dreams. It was as if the jungle itself had reclaimed what was once its own, as if the earth was healing old wounds. Here, nature and memory intertwined in an embrace that defied the passage of time. This wasn't just a collection of dilapidated structures. It was a graveyard of stories, a silent testament to lives once lived. As he stepped closer, the weight of the past pressed down. Each crumbling step, each moss-covered stone, whispered tales of laughter, sorrow, hopes, and dreams. It was a place where the echoes of footsteps still lingered, where the ghosts of fires long burned. He stood at the edge of the village, his rifle raised, breath held, heart pounding. The tiger had come here, drawn to the echoes of the past or seeking refuge in the shadows of the old. But where was it now? Had it sensed his presence? Was it watching him from the safety of the trees? His senses screamed danger. A snapped twig behind him, a flicker of movement among the trees. Yet nothing emerged. Only the feeling of being watched intensified. The air grew thick with tension, the silence deafening. His every move was a gamble, every breath a risk. He ventured deeper, calling out, his voice echoing in the skeletal remains of homes, unanswered, unheard. The forest held its breath. The hunter moved like a ghost, unseen, unknown, guided by instinct and desperation. He didn't want to believe the worst, but reason whispered chilling possibilities. Could this be the end of his own story? Would his name join the whispers of the wind through the ruins? He searched the empty homes, each room a tableau of lives interrupted, possessions abandoned in the rush of flight. A broken toy lay on the floor, silent testimony to a child's disrupted play. A cooking pot hung from a rusted hook, its last meal abandoned, its fire cold. A faded cloth lay where it had fallen, a seamstress's work left undone. Everywhere, signs of hasty departure, as if the villagers had fled in terror, abandoning all they owned, all they loved, in the face of some terrible, unseen menace. In the center of the village, he found a well. Its rope lay severed, its bucket missing. It was a stark reminder of daily life here, now silenced, now ghostly. Each object telling its own tale of lives uprooted, of laughter silenced. He circled the village, seeking a way out, an escape from this tomb of memories. The jungle pressed close, eager to reclaim what was once its own. Vines snaked through broken walls, roots whiles away their time, strangling memories. Even the sky seemed to weep, sending rain to nourish the decay. And the tiger? Gone. As if it had vanished into the bones of the village itself, leaving him in the echoing silence, the jungle's patient embrace. Night approached. The jungle darkened. The air grew colder. The wind rose, carrying voices he couldn't quite hear, or imagined. Either way, his courage wavered. Fear coiled in his gut. A living thing. Was it the jungle's way of testing him, of reminding him who was truly in control? He turned, leaving the ruins behind, feeling eyes on his back the entire way. The question burned in his mind. What drove people to abandon this place? What terror could have driven them from their homes, from their lives? With each step away from the village, the oppressive feeling of dread lessened, replaced by a gnawing unease. The jungle noises, once menacing, now sounded friendly. The rustle of leaves, the chirping of insects, even the hooting of an owl, seemed like a chorus welcoming him back to the familiar embrace of the wild. As the first rays of dawn touched the treetops, chasing away the lingering shadows of night, he emerged from the jungle. He was home, or as close to home as he could be after that night in the ruins. His village was the same, yet different. The familiar huts and faces now seemed distant, unreal. He returned not with a trophy but with a tale, a warning. The jungle, he realized, is a world unto itself, a realm of laws and rhythms that humans can only partially comprehend. Sometimes it offers, sometimes it takes away. Sometimes it demands respect, and sometimes it makes that demand with terrifying finality. That night in the ruins, he'd glimpsed something beyond his understanding, something that challenged his place in the intricate web of life. He'd stared into the abyss of the jungle's indifference and emerged changed. The tiger was still out there, a symbol of the wild's untamed spirit. And somewhere in the maze of the ruins, it might still prowl. If this story chilled you, smash that like button, share your theory below, and subscribe to Jungle Echoes, Rescue and Mystery. The jungle keeps its secrets, but we'll keep searching. Now let's take a look at some comments from previous episodes. I am scared of spiders. I never understood how someone can be scared of spiders. Spiders eat bugs. They help our planet. I think they're fascinating. But this woman, she is my hero. Thanks for saving that guy. Some people say don't kill spiders because they're good for the environment and the ecosystem. But when they crawl in your bed next to you, it's a bit hard to save them. Well, actually, there are many different types of ecosystems, so it depends on where you live. Like if you live in Australia, then please kill them all because they're all venomous. But if you live in North America or Europe, then please don't kill them because most of them aren't venomous and they eat mosquitoes and flies. And also, fun fact, spiders can sense danger with their butts. Yeah, with their butt. They feel vibrations and stuff. If you're scared of spiders, then maybe you just need to get to know them more. Also, did you know that they have 8 legs? Not 6. I mean, centipedes have 6. Well, I guess that's kind of creepy, but still. You know, it's really interesting to learn new things, like I didn't know that before today. Do you ever wonder what the world would be like if certain historical events had turned out differently? What if Ivan the Terrible had eaten a Snickers before beating his son to death? Or if Genghis Khan had taken up knitting instead of pillaging? Our channel explores just that, diving into alternate history and the butterfly effect. Ever wondered how a tiny change in the past could alter the course of civilization? Join us and find out.